The Gift of Hope is a really, really special story. It's very inspirational. It talks about the journey of a young girl who is living in a home that is very, very dysfunctional. Her mom sells drugs to make ends meet. They're being inspected, they're being scrutinized by social services. This little girl has a couple little siblings who are just looking up to her, trying to figure out the world. And so my lead character, Sydney, has to make a critical choice. Is she going to follow down the path that her mother has set before her, which is in the drug trade, or is she going to choose life? Is she going to choose hope? Is she going to choose a brighter future and one that is more inspirational and inspired by her faith that something better is out there?
A long time ago, my grandmother made me this, and she said something I'll never forget. She said, "Rosie, we can only be butterflies if we choose beauty. Only then can we ever hope to fly." I want you to have this.
Sydney!
The story for The Gift of Hope was inspired by a series of 80 short stories that I read. They were actually interviews that I read about the struggle of the inner city and those that were living in the inner city mainly across the Midwest. And I knew I wanted to tell a story of the plight of somebody in poverty, somebody that was facing a tough decision in the inner city. And so I read through a series of 80 interviews, and this story just popped out. The Gift of Hope is based on a real life story. And so in order to protect the identity of my lead characters, we had to set it back in time. We chose to look at the 1960s, the late 60s, for example. There's a lot that went into the production of this. We actually built 2 scenes in our soundstage. One of the scenes that we built was a coffee shop. And so we actually, from the ground up, had to bring in everything that would make you feel like you're in a local coffee shop, not necessarily a Starbucks or something that was more of a franchise, but more of a local feel. A second set that we built in the soundstage was the bedroom scene where Sydney goes up with her sister and actually has to go around and clean up and hide the drugs in the bedroom. And so that was really challenging to build that set and to have proper set design, but also we were able to pull the walls away and able to film from different angles to get exactly what we wanted.
When I was your age, I loved butterflies. But they all start off as caterpillars and then turn into this amazing creature.
It is just an honor and privilege, and I'm so humbled to be a BEA winner. I had a really good feeling about this film and this project, and to have it honored like this is just so satisfying and so humbling to me as both an educator but also as a filmmaker, and I'm just so grateful for it.
In the faculty video competition, the Best of Festival King Foundation Award winner is Lance Clark from Huntington University for his entry, The Gift of Hope.